Okay, I didn't clap my hand that time, so we're good. This is episode 3 of Grunky's Adventure, which I guess is what we're calling this. We haven't really figured out any other names. uh,
It's, this is a bad adventure.
for,
This part is... Oh my god.
it's so, like... I remember this fight happening, but I do not remember it being so as uncomfortable as it is. Because it's like... I think I discussed it last episode, but there's something, like, very... kind of weirdly realistically abusive about this whole thing, and I don't like that. Like...
It's uncomfortable in so many ways.
Yeah.
Like, I was in another conversation before we jumped in here, and I was, like, trying to describe it to other people. It's like, I don't know why Araki did this. It's just like, this was bad. Like, dude, don't do this.
At least she doesn't become like, I'm trying to remember what even happens to her after this. I don't even think she's really a thing. But...
Right, yeah, it's like, I can't imagine this character being important. At least I hope not, for the sake of this entire thing. Like, she better not be in more of this.
Yeah. It's like, God, I'm looking back at Yukako. It's like, at least she was, like, over the top in a kind of funny way. Like...
Right, yeah, I mean, it was like, it was a joke, you know?
Yeah.
Like, she was ridiculous, but there was humor in it.
Yeah.
Whereas, like... Well, there's also the fact that, like, Koichi was also just like, yo, this is fucked up. Like, no. But he... Oh, God. Yeah, I don't even... We have to get into it, and that's what sucks.
Yeah, I mean, you know, the great thing about us talking about the way that we won is that we can just... we don't have to delve in every single thing, I suppose, or think about it too hard. But...
You just tell us, just trust us. This shit's stupid. This is bad.
It feels like this would make for a really, really acclaimed, what's the film company that, fucking released Uncut Gems, those guys?
Oh.
Uncut Germs, yes, that's what I... A24, that's what it was. This would make for one of the most popular A24 horror films.
Right.
But where last left off, she's dramatically posing in a closet, which is still really funny.
You.
She continues to be incredibly perceptive. Like, it is, there was parts where I was reading this where I forgot she couldn't see. Because
why, yeah.
Like, it's funny with, like, Endul and John Gallier, it's like they had stands that kind of let them know what was going on. She's just that good at knowing when things are happening. So...
Even still, like, Indul was still dealing with it. Like, he had to, you know, listen to the shockwaves and stuff. Like, it was very obvious that he was, you know, working through the blindness, but here it's just like, she's just like, I'm blind, but yeah, I might as well not be.
So yeah, they're doing the whole thing where he's like, oh, she's really strong. I don't see her lifting any weights, so I don't know if that's true or not, but,
that stand is very heavy.
yeah, that fucking, neck relaxer thing for cars that I'm sure there's a better term for that, but,
I don't know how many, computer mice you need controlling that thing, but he's got like 5 of them. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, this does kind of look like a cutesy computer apparatus you would get in the late 90s or something.
Right, yeah.
But they're doing the whole thing where she's like, hey, are you doing that? And he's like, oh yeah, you also his phone number. I need to like go call her because this sucks. And then another chess piece bursts out of his mouth.
Yeah.
Then Daiya drops the brilliant line, deception is the opposite of honesty. Um, kind of figured it was. But,
All right, yeah. Deception is the opposite of honesty. In terms of power, I win. Those are words you just said.
yeah, then I don't know how these like it comes out, but then it just starts bouncing around like violently. Like,
Yeah, yeah. Actually, that's the funny thing. I didn't even think about that. It's like she's very, capable and perceptive, and then the chess piece falls. She's like, "Where is it? Where'd it go? Ah, where'd it go? Ah!"
I mean, to be fair, it is just like violently hurtling all over the room and making what I assume is those Half-Life 2 banging noises all over the place. But yeah, she now has the Yasuo chess piece. I guess. And
Who is that?
and Yasuo is like, I got a call from a number I don't recognize, which I think this would have just happened no matter what. But
Right.
yeah. But yeah, now she has the memory of Yasuo, and
What the hell is this shot? I'm not telling you.
uh, so now he's like, oh no, I don't know who I am now. I don't know who Yasuo is anymore either.
I don't know shit, man.
Yeah. And then she's like, I'm bigger than you, which I don't think they are. Like,
Yeah.
I'm younger than you, but I'm actually bigger now that I compare us. And like, there are shots where she is clearly shorter than him.
Yeah, he's like sitting on the ground and she's like standing over him and she's just like, I'm bigger than you, and he's just like,
What are you talking about? I don't understand at all.
He spends a lot of this chapter just being like, what? Which, I mean, to be fair, that's my reaction to most of this.
Yeah. Then she's like, hey, how do I look? Because I don't know how I look. I can't see. Sort of.
I guess.
Well, she says she had limited vision. I mean, I don't really have impaired vision or anything, but if she can see a little bit, I imagine she could just, like, get up to a mirror real close or something, but, I don't know. Anyway, some shit starts happening where, stuff falls off her? Wait, I forgot about this part. Oh, she's taking it off. Okay, I thought, like, because his reaction, like, I thought, like, a stand was doing something.
Oh, yeah, he's just like, oh no.
I've never seen a belt unbuckle, because I guess that's a belt or something. I don't know.
I don't know, yeah, it's just sort of an ornament that she's got tied around her, and she just undoes that, and it's like, did that do anything? I don't even know.
I think that's supposed to signify him being like, oh god, this is happening now, but it just looks like something very strange happened. But strange in a supernatural way, I should say.
Yeah.
But we have a fucking nerd's hair guy again. He's wandering around and sees this, and he's very understandably like, what is going on here? She is only 16, which I feel like we kind of had to.
Oh my god.
So he's like,
it's so, because I think he straight up just says like he told her to do all this to like steal his memories.
Yeah, it's like,
but then it's like, and then she's hitting on him, but then he looks. The father comes in and sees, and it's like, oh, he's hitting on her, and it's like, this is so dumb.
Yeah, he's like, I think he's like, smart strategy, Dai. This tactical genius.
What the fuck is with the part where she starts speaking, and as he's listening in, and she's just saying weird shit that's like, oh, it sounds sexual, but it's like, literally, what is she saying?
Uh,
Like, Josuke's not doing anything. He's just kind of like,
I mean, I guess this would look weird no matter what angle you look at it from, but
yeah, but why is she saying that? Like, what is she talking about?
the boy has to be the one to say it first. The girl can't say it. Once we find out what it is, I'm still not sure why she said that. I mean, I guess her set of etiquette is very different from, normal people and all that, but
I don't understand this part where he starts being like, oh, she's so cute. Like, dude, come on.
Yeah, this woman is dangerous. I have to make her step on my shadow. It's kind of funny that she didn't really get that memory from him, which probably would have sealed this whole thing up, but,
yeah, right? It's like, I can steal your memories, but I'm going to tell you my weaknesses and let you remember that.
Oh, yeah, she did the whole...
fair?
Yeah, she did the whole Dragon's Dream thing. I forgot about that. That's a...
I don't...
Oh, okay, right. Yeah, I kind of write all this, and then I had to take medicine, so... but I had to take medicine because it's part of making me sick.
I mean, it is, yeah, he starts to be like... Is he being hypnotized? Like, what the fuck is happening?
I think he might be, because he's not really acting like I expected he would, so I don't...
Yeah, like, it's so out of character for him. He's like... all he really cares about at this point is just figuring out the truth, and he's just like, oh, but this girl, she's cute?
I mean, he's basically been psychically lobotomized like twice, I don't know, but...
I guess so, yeah. But it's not really implying anything other than that, like, it just shows him saying shit that he probably shouldn't be saying, so I guess I just have to infer that she's doing something?
Probably. But, yeah, he says, I love you, which apparently the guy has to say first, which, again, never heard that in my life. But... maybe that's another stand ability she has. It's like, if you say it... if you say it first, that means Bubble is going to turn the switch off, because that's what happens. And he's strangely not even aware that he did it.
So yeah, no, it's the sound of the switch being flipped was put into a bubble in like the previous chapter, and then it just kind of wandered around, and then it finally popped, and so the sound came out.
Oh, okay, so he does pull a Koichi here. Forgot about that.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, I heard the switch being flipped, even though you're over here doing fucking whatever it is you're doing. So that freaks her out, and then she's just like, I'm mad, I'm gonna go shopping now. Which, I mean, I'm glad that's over, but what the fuck was any of that?
Yeah. Also, I know... I forgot that his reaction to seeing a lady undress is, can I defeat her? I mean, I guess I wouldn't really be thinking of much else at that point anyway, so... It's like, I don't know, I mean, like, half of my memories would be gone, so I wouldn't know who I am, and,
I guess that's just the lighting. It looks like she's sticking her tongue out, like she's like, bleh.
Kind of surprised she isn't, to be honest.
She's like very angry and cheeky at the same time.
like a teenager, which she is, Araki.
They keep reminding us too. It's like, by the way, this is wrong. It's like, okay.
Yeah.
Thanks for that entire chapter. Like, holy shit.
Yeah, but anyway, she changes outfits again into another bear outfit thing.
She has some very curious clothing choices.
Yeah. Well, kind of here it just kind of looks like she palette swapped, but so Yasuho comes back. And she's like, "Oh, that maid was really weird. I gotta go help Josuke." Then she gets thrown off by a daiya pop scare, and
Daiya drives her bike directly into the fucking gate, I guess.
I forgot how funny the panel of her angrily just sitting on a bike is.
No.
But then Josuke pops up and he's like, "Who is this multi-ponytailed woman?" Before Daiya's like, "Hey, you have to sing Queen to me."
Oh, yeah.
I want to sing the line where he says, "I like my bicycle better than Star Wars together." Okay.
Okay.
I'm like, that's the line that you want
I don't know any song like that, actually.
to. Does Queen exist in this universe?
I mean, Killer Queen exists in this universe.
That is true, yeah.
Oh, wait, no, that was the other... Anyway.
Yeah. But how did I forget her name? I guess California King Bed hit me at some point. Yasuho. But yeah, she's actually pretty perceptive. Like, wait, he doesn't know who I am. Something is fucked up here.
Right, yeah, but then also, I mean, I don't know if it comes up later. It doesn't seem to really matter that happened.
Yeah,
It's like, it almost feels like it's setting up for something. It's like, oh, he doesn't remember me. But then, very quickly, he gets his memory back, and then that gets all sorted out.
yeah, I feel like Dio was really building up to something bigger there, but
Yeah.
till then he's like, he's weirdly kind of thrown off by the fact that she's going to the store on a bike. I don't really know why he finds that so strange, unless like it's in another state or something. But
Are you serious?
I'm gonna buy socks and a toothbrush, maybe some underwear, but I'm getting moisturizer.
Oh, it's because she's blind, which, again,
Oh,
have to remember.
right, yeah. That's
it's so easy to forget that.
yeah, because her being blind is not really what is the most distinct about this character. I feel, but
She has too many things that are distinct about her.
yeah, but she's like, "Hey, you gotta like help me with the bike riding," and he's like, "That's stupid."
I have confidence I can do anything well if I try, you know? It's like,
Well, yeah.
I mean, good on you, I guess.
I mean, me too. But like, I'm also not gonna climb Mount Everest anytime soon. So,
Right?
but yeah, they do the thing, and then he jumps up on a branch and does like his sound bubble thing. Oh right,
What
yeah.
is
He puts the sound of him saying, "Okay, pedal, let's get going," into a bubble. And then she gets like covered in a bunch of like specks, and I don't know what those are.
It's supposed to be like the tree shadow, I guess.
Oh, maybe.
But I don't know. Yeah, it looks very strange.
Yeah, now that you're right, yeah, it just looks like she got hit with like a dumpster or something. I'm really.
Yeah, she got sprayed with sewage, and it just looks like gross.
She is dangerous and gross. But she's like, "Hey, wait a minute."
Yeah, it's like he like jumps off the bike and grabs the branch, and it's like, okay, she's blind, she's not stupid. She would be able to tell if somebody just isn't on the bike anymore. Like,
Yeah.
what?
Give this creepazoid a little credit. But then, like, another chess piece shoots out of his ear in a panel I really did not enjoy looking at.
Oh yeah.
And she's like, "Oh, you're on a branch," and oh, she's got the stand now. I forgot about that part.
Yeah, she gets the whole stand.
It's not the stand itself, but it's your memories of using the stand. Okay, she corrected me there. But yeah, now he's like, yeah, he's like, well, shoot, I don't know how to do my funny sound bubble things anymore. And then yeah, she drops. There's nothing left that you can protect or help you anymore. All you have in the world is me, and that was effectively fucking creepy. Uh,
Yeah. Yeah, Josuke looks like terrified. He's like sweating and he's like breathing really hard. And the next panel is just toothbrush.
I feel like Daiya is one of those characters. It's like she's too effective, and that's what I don't like. She works too well at being a bad guy, and it makes me very uncomfortable.
Yeah, because now that he's just living with her now, and it's like, okay, he has to deal with that now.
Yeah. Then there's all right, this was his masterful gambit.
Oh yeah.
So she hears a ring, and he's like, "Wait, where is it coming from?" And he's like, "That's right, I hid it in the refrigerator."
It's just like this really serious looking shot of Daiya.
Yeah, she looks
Like she's
heartbroken.
looking at him like it's a versus portrait or something.
Yeah. And she's like, "What did you say?" I'm not even sure she's like even like angry or just very confused why she put a phone in the fridge.
Yeah.
But then she. Oh yeah, I forgot about this part where she throws the chess piece on the ground and then it like destroys the memory, which cuts his face up or something. Which that ain't great.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh, she's mad at him because she knows that the person calling is Yasuo because he used the phone to call her, and she just immediately cottons onto that fact, I guess.
Yeah, she's kind of people act way too weird about Yasuo. But
She also just seems to know stuff that she shouldn't, like where stuff is.
you know, I should probably listen to an audiobook about it or something. I don't know. With this family, who fucking knows?
Yeah.
But she's like, "Go get my cold phone, idiot." I don't even feel like going shopping anymore. So level 1 of her anger is that she's like, "Fuck you, I'm going shopping." Then level 2 is like, "Fuck you, I don't even feel like going shopping anymore."
I don't know. Yeah, it's as soon as something angers her, she's just like, "I'm not doing the thing that I thought I was doing anymore. I'm doing the opposite."
Right in front of my eyes from inside my room when I wasn't aware from the bed that I sleep and dream on with my cell phone, you called another woman.
She's not even like you called a woman that you like more than me. She's like, you called for help. How dare you?
You know, you could have called me for help. You know, because I'm so good at helping people. That she's like, I'm totally gonna wreck his memories because I'm a jerk. But then
I love how like fiercely this phone is ringing. By the way, it's in these panels like 30 times.
yeah, really. Okay, so then he puts the cold phone on the phone. I'm not even sure that phone was blue before this.
It got completely frozen.
But she's like, "Oh, this is Yasuo. I am totally fucking breaking his memories." But then she does the dramatic throwing pose where she kind of like bends her whole hand backwards.
Oh yeah.
So
She's gonna spike that motherfucking chess piece.
Yeah, this lady should be in a volleyball team. But he's like, "Hey, wait a minute. You got so pissed off that you forgot about the shadow thing and you stepped on it. So, yeah, now I remember
Yeah.
everything. Good job, moron.
As soon as I heard the fridge thing, I was like, oh, he's going to use the light from the fridge.
Yeah.
Like, I forget if I just remembered that from when I had read this before, but it just seemed like that was just so, like, this fight was so dumb. It's like, all that weird shit starts happening, and they're just like, oh, the fridge, oh, okay, I get it. The light, the shadow, yeah, okay.
Well, I feel
Cool encounter.
Well, I feel like she would have probably caught on to that if she wasn't flipping her shit about the fact that he called somebody else.
Yeah, she just lost her mind over weird, random shit.
Yeah. So then she's freaking out now. Real bravado on this one. So he's like, okay, so did you, your dad do this? She's like, no. He's like, all right. He's like, all right, I'm moving on. I'm gonna figure out what the hell's with that symbol. And she's like, do you not like me now? He's like, yeah, I hate you.
Thank God.
And now he's kind of fucking with her now. So, but you don't lie, and that's beautiful. Do you want me to start liking you? So then, now he's like pretty much got her by the balls at this point.
Yeah, well.
I mean, you know.
I just realized the thing that creeps me out about her is not only is she young, she looks really young.
Yeah, except for some panels where she suddenly looks like she's 25 years old, but...
Right, yeah.
Yeah, here she basically, like, when she starts realizing she's beat, she basically reverts back to, like, almost like a 12-year-old at this point.
No, that's very part 4, so...
Yeah, yeah. So, yeah. Yeah, she's like... Oh, I really, want you to like me. And he's like, then you shut the fuck up about what I'm gonna do.
It doesn't say it quite like that. Like, damn.
I'm surprised he didn't at this point. Well, yeah.
No, but he's just like, hey, I'm gonna start doing a bunch of shit I shouldn't do,
Yeah.
and you're not gonna tell anybody, right?
She's like, well, would you like me if I didn't? And he's like, yeah. She's like, well, I'm not gonna tell anybody now.
He's like, yeah, sure.
Well, with her, how psychotically devoted she is to him, he's like, this is pretty much a done deal at this point.
Yeah.
So then they look at the Steel Ball Run book, and
Yeah, so he's like a Joseph is just like, oh, so you know that staircase? Yeah, where's that lead? Oh, it leads up to the study. All right, well, I'm gonna go up there. So he just wanders the fuck in there, and there's just like a bunch of books and shit. Like just looks like an office, really.
Then it cuts to the next day, where it's revealed he still doesn't know how to sleep like a normal human being.
Oh, right.
Yeah, that's fine. The maid is making pancakes, and then Daiya pops up and goes, California.
California!
You know what my favorite Mr. Bungle album is? California. Oh, wait, that's her, that's me, not her. Anyway.
Huge fan of... They introduced the characters again. Here's Daiya. She's 16. I know.
Yeah. Josuke question
Josuke.
mark.
Who knows? He was technically born a couple of days ago, I think.
He's either 2 or 50 or 20 or... But,
Hey, Josuke, I really want to take my socks off.
oh, right. Yeah.
I do. It's just like, just take them off yourself. I'm busy.
I got shit to do now that I'm, like, not your weird slave anymore.
Oh, my God.
And then the dad's like, wait a minute, this isn't right. And then we cut over to the 2 other goofballs. I forgot, like, the thing with Joshi is that I only like him when he's interacting with Hano. Like, that's... I kind of realized that in this chapter. They're really funny together.
They just give each other shit constantly. It's great.
Yeah. Uh, yeah, I'm not even. Are you still raising your safe on tapeworm? And she's like, oh yeah, right around here. And the way they interact with each other, I think that was just a joke. At least I hope it
Yeah,
was.
that's just a gag. It's just like, oh, I guess you're you're doing all your weird shit. She's just like, yep, sure am. Ha ha ha! Shut the fuck up.
I forgot that, like, she's kind of one of my favorite characters in this part. But,
She's pretty good so far, yeah.
it took me a bit to realize she was joking because she just has, like, the design of a tapeworm on her suit. But,
Yeah, she got like, what is that, telephone line? I don't even know.
yeah.
It's like someone squirted mustard on a hot dog and then made a design around that.
And she's like, I got an idea. But she's like, I'm gonna ice skate with Shizuka Arakawa, which I looked that up before this. That is an actual ice skater. So they also exist in this universe. Let's see. Yeah, she's
Alright, I guess she is like famous.
yeah.
She's like a model or something.
She was the 2006 Olympic champion, 2004 world champion.
I mean, like this character, but yeah, fair.
Oh yeah. But and she's like, wait a minute, I got too much aura going on. I don't. Then she says, what if I do if I stand up more than she does, which makes a lot more sense than what she was saying.
Right.
But Joshu, updates Josuke on what it means to shave.
Yeah, there's a lot of panels of Josuke looking with the comedy arrow pointing at whatever he's looking at.
Yeah.
That was in the last chapter as well.
And then he decides to lick the shaving cream that he was given. Then he does like
Oh, this.
yeah. Hano is understandably freaking out, and then Joshi's like, no, just watch the master at work. Then he just does this wild, like, multi-shave thing. It's like a 100-hand slap, but for shaving. And,
I don't. But are you like looking over the part where he like cuts himself and then doesn't?
yeah, that was...
It's like, yeah, he starts shaving and it looks really weird, and then Hado just says something like, "I told you, his nose, it's bleeding," and you see blood, but it's like beneath his lips, so it's like it's not his nose. I don't know what she's talking about.
Yeah.
And then it's perfectly fine, and it was just like,
I don't know.
it's like Pulpo eating his fingers. It happened, but it didn't. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, maybe she was just seeing things, I don't know. But
I don't know.
yeah, it was revealed he was using the bubbles to shave, and then there's a gag panel where all the hair that he shaved is now on their faces, and
It turns him into like Matramele lose poses.
pretty much, yeah. And Hado ends up getting a Kaneko Man reference, so there's that.
Oh,
One of the, I don't know, maybe 2 times that Araki ever referenced wrestling. But
oh, I missed that note there. Yeah, wow.
yeah. Yeah, they both find it really funny. She's like, wait, why is it growing like this? like, I like how that was her question.
She doesn't seem like terrified about like all this weird facial hair that popped up. She's just like, that's dumb.
Yeah.
Why is it growing like that? That's weird.
And Josuke goes, eek. And that's the end of that scene. But
Joshu.
yeah, but then Dai's like, I will get your soy sauce, which feels a lot like Tamami and Koichi hanging out after their fight.
Oh yeah.
But then fucking Father Candy Hair over here is like, feels like things are kind of working the complete opposite way I wanted here.
I don't have a problem with you taming Josuke, but this is more like the opposite. It's like, so she lost, is what you're getting at.
The way he was wording it, it sounded like Daiya regressed into like a feral cat or something. That would have been interesting. But But yeah, they go into the study, they find the book, and we see a photo of that guy I mentioned in the last episode.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Norisuke Higashikata the First, the guy with the band-aid is all over his head. Uh, and it's revealed that, yeah, not only did Poco Loco win the whole thing, which hell yeah, but third was a racer we never saw.
Sloop John B.
Which is another Beach Boys song, but,
Right.
I think, like, yeah, we saw, like, according to the wiki anyway, we saw, like, one panel of him, and that was it. And apparently he was third, so good for him, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I don't know why it bothers me that in some of these, I think it's this chapter, there's a lot of times where, like, something is said, like, in parentheses. It's, like, weird reminder text.
yeah.
It reminds me. It was explained to me by your dad. It's like, did he say that? Like, what?
Yeah, I wonder if that was like a, sorry, I wonder if that was like a, weird way of translating a quirk that Araki was doing. But I haven't really seen the original panel, so I don't know. But, yeah, basically, you know, they explained, I think, what we talked about last time, which was, yeah, Norisuke used the startup money from the first Norisuke to start up a fruit parlor, or a fruit importation company, or something, as he says. But, yeah, Kira wrote that mark that he's been obsessing over. That kind of looks like a computer chip. But
Oh, yeah, yeah.
But yeah, he wrote that on the book. Then Josuke's like...
Josuke's holding a book and doesn't know how to do so, but
And then,
I guess that's kind of normal for him.
and then Daiya's like, this book probably didn't sell. Family trees are boring.
Yeah, she looks really bored with this whole thing. In the last page, she's just kind of like staring off into space. I was like, I don't really care.
I want to go listen to more Emerson, Lake, and Palmer. This is boring. But then, yeah, Johnny Joestar married her. Have you heard this name before? She's like, no. One of your ancestors moved to America to be his wife. And he's like, why is there a Joestar family tree? And then we get the panel that is famous because somebody edited it into What the Fuck Am I Reading? Although I always prefer reading it the wrong way, so he's like, am I reading? What the fuck?
I do understand. No.
But yeah, they on the family tree, we do have a George Joestar. We have a Holly Joestar. Susie Q still exists here.
Joseph, Susie Q, Holly.
There's a mention of an Anne, which they named the runaway girl from part 3 Anne in the anime, so I don't know, there's that, I guess. But
Oh.
I didn't realize...
I do really like the part where they just wrote American.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what's going on there. But yeah, he basically figures out that Kira's descended of the Joestar family, which is a completely insane sentence to say to anybody that hasn't really read this part.
Right.
But then there's mention of a Yoshiteru Kira, which is interesting.
Yeah.
He's like, alright, I'm done.
That's all I need.
But then she sees a search from for a Holly Joestar Kira, who yeah, that's Kira's mother. She is in her early 50s. Oh, it's probably going by JoJo standards, meaning that she looks like 30.
Right.
And then he's like, well, I gotta investigate this. Also, what am I?
By the way, still confused about myself.
But then in our next chapter, which is called Paisley Park and Born This Way.
Right.
Which, fun fact about Born This Way, this was not the original name of the stand when it first released.
Oh yeah, I remember something about that.
Yeah, it used to be called Going Underground. Then I guess Araki heard Lady Gaga and he's like, wait a minute.
This is immediate. I cannot spare this name for anything else.
So we get the maid again with her Soleil pants and her Jotaro hat, just doing her thing, cleaning.
Her clothes look like a background in Toe Jam and Earl.
Yeah.
That's all I got. Her outfit is something.
That's what she'd be doing if she had any free time at all. Alright, this bit, yeah.
There's a cat inside of a bubble.
It does kind of look like that, huh?
Yeah, just a weird shot of like the the washing machine door over a cat. Is just like, all right.
I mean, this does come back later. I forgot. We'll get to it. But
Oh,
I still don't understand what the fuck happened. But so he picks up. He's just kind of like just going through the dryer, and Joshu gets really angry that he accidentally picked up the wrong shirt.
right.
And then he's just like, hey, sorry, like, I just kind of realized it wasn't mine. And Joshi, of course, is, like, getting all fucking pissed off about it. He's like, no, what happened is that your laundry got mixed in with mine. And Joshi just slaps him. And he's like, that's what you get for being a thief. And he's like, I don't, like, dude, like, stuff just got mixed up, man.
This dude got paid to just shut the fuck up and deal with it.
Yeah.
And he's immediately just like, I'm gonna start smacking him around.
And he's about to pull a fucking knife on him over this.
Oh, that's right, yeah. Jesus.
Gotta, like, I'm pretty sure a week before this story, he probably just shot and killed a guy over accidentally eating his lunch. Like, but...
Or looking at Yasuo funny.
Oh, yeah.
That's damn funny. It's funny as hell.
Do it again. I'm getting a real big kick out of it. And then, the dad, of course, is like, look, this kind of thing happens sometimes. It's normal for people that live in a house together.
This dude should feel ashamed of the kids he's raised. Holy shit.
I think he does. There's a line of dialogue that suggests that later.
Oh my god.
He's like, look at the bill. Like, it's like damp and like dried out. Like you left your wallet in there by mistake. Like, don't embarrass your dad any further.
Dude, he's just like, Dad, don't you believe me? It's just like, no, because you're wrong.
Yeah, it's like...
Jesus Christ.
You're making up a conspiracy about a very mundane thing that happens every day. But, oh god, I don't want to imagine Joshi on the internet. Anyway. But then, yeah, the dad's like, hey, Josuke, I don't know how much of an education they have, but, we should probably put you in school. And then Daiya gets really excited that he's going to school.
Oh, yeah.
Then she goes, like, elementary schooler, and then the dad tells her, maybe you should go to elementary school again. Oh, wait, Oh, I think that line might have to reference that he had to pull her out for some reason. I don't really know.
I think
what
he's just calling her a child because she's acting like a goofball.
Yeah. Then Hato's like, hey, I'm leaving in a fucking sick-ass outfit.
I like, this panel of him, like, tickling his daughter and them being just doofy, and they're like, and then Hato's just like, we're going, and he's like, okay, I guess I should get to work.
Oh, yeah. We're going.
We're going! And then everyone's just gone.
And as I'm like, man, I really want that red trench coat thing she has now. We cut to the maid, and then the cat, and then he does like a bubble thing on the camera, and then the fur of the cat is on the camera.
That's right, yeah. That, like, he, like, takes the fur with the bubble and then makes a cat-like shape out of the fur on the camera so that there's a cat-like image blocking the view of the camera.
There's something very Ren and Stimpy about that cat husk. uh,
Yeah.
but
And then it shows the cat, and it's like, mostly like half its hair is gone, and it's just kind of like, huh? And then there's like a little bubble showing what the cat looked like before. Like, I don't. You didn't need to go through that.
okay, so he covers up the camera with the hair on purpose. I did not get that the first time. I thought something very strange was just happening with this cat, which also has the Kineko Man symbol on their forehead.
Oh my god. Josuke's a huge fan, I guess.
Yeah, I know. I know quite a few big Kineko Man fans, and I guess Josuke's one of them.
He loves Kineko Man, doesn't know what Queen is. Got it.
Yeah. His memory of Queen got like shot out of his throat or something. I don't know, but
Yeah, you didn't want to remember that one after that experience.
But yeah, basically him and Yasuho are confirmed in cahoots with trying to meet this Holly Joestar Kira, which is such a good name. TGU is located on the north side of Morio Station. TGU will be pretty prevalent. I'll say that much. But
TG University.
yeah. But then she's like, "Hey, use your GPS to get to the Mutsukabe Shrine," which I think they typoed the first time.
Oops.
It happens.
Oh yeah, it's spelled two different ways in this one panel.
Yeah.
Mitsukabe and Mustukabe. And then it's Mutsukabe. They spelled it three different ways in this one page.
Jeez.
Jesus.
I forgot how to spell it.
I'm having a hard time finding it, but I actually don't know how it's spelled, so that might explain that.
But then she tries to call a doctor supposedly named Holly Joestar. Then the call goes, "Excuse me, are you a relative?" She's like, "No, I just want to talk to Holly." And they're like, "Unless you're a relative, I can't hand your call over to a patient." Which doesn't really line up.
Oops.
Then we get to
Also,
Josuke.
I love the page of her, just an entire like page of just her face looking at you, being like, "I'm excited. I like Josuke." Okay.
I mean,
I love that guy. He doesn't remember anything, and he sleeps under mattresses.
well, he's a pretty chill guy, considering.
I guess, yeah.
But, then we got Josuke in town, and there's a few things going on here. For one, there's a chalk mirror on the ground of Crazy Diamond.
Yeah?
Then there's also, I guess Araki really wanted to reference my dog at the time, because there's an ice cream stand called Bosco Soft.
Alright.
And I'll always remember that. Then there's also an Osen, which I think we might have discussed before, but...
I don't remember. Yeah, Ausen?
Maybe we didn't. I don't know. But the GPS is like, "Hey, you went too far." And then he goes into an alley, and he's like, "Wait a minute, this doesn't seem right." Which, yeah. I know it's supposed to hint at something supernatural happening, but this is just, what GPSs were like back then.
Yeah. He does... this is just a whole lot of, like, the GPS is telling him to go in weird directions, and he's just like, this thing is stupid.
I've had this exact experience. I tried to get to a dentist nearby, and it was just like throwing me in different directions, and I'm like, it's right there. Like, but,
no, this is clearly a stupid GPS.
but yeah, he gets a call back from Yasuo, and he's like, well, I'll get to the shrine eventually if this damn GPS would work. And he's like, you know what, I'm just going to draw this out in my notebook, which is a pretty good idea, considering if the GPS isn't working. And then Mr. Grimm shows up.
I was looking at the panel of him just spinning his hand in a circle, and he's just like, "What?"
Again, I've been there.
Oh,
this
man.
GPS is a blatant moron. That might have to be the episode name.
This antagonist is a blatant moron.
I forgot that when he draws it out the notebook, he goes, "We're going analog here." Maybe that might have to be the episode name. I don't know.
Some good titles on this page, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, then while he's trying to figure out where to go, fucking Mr. Grimm pops up.
I think that's Rival School's Akira, going by the outfit.
Oh yeah, you're right. That's totally, yeah, that's her. So Akira Kazama zooms past him. And then, okay, so a sign flies at him, and the sharp end almost kills him.
Yeah, it's like a sharp broken end of it just, like, nearly impales itself into his fucking neck.
Yeah. And then he tries to turn left, Akira pops up again. And he's like, hey, you also have this weird biker person is following me.
You're being followed? What do you mean? It's like, I'm being followed. What else do you want from me? I noticed there's a cute little smiling heart on the rim of the wheel on this bicycle.
Yeah,
motorbike.
That's how you know they're scary.
Yeah?
But yeah, Josuke almost suffers the same fate that one dude from Part 6 suffered when Pucci went through that space museum. He almost gets stuck in the head by a sharp point on the wall. Or a railing in this case.
Oh, that happens a lot, doesn't it? Because that was the guy in, that, like, Boingo's comic pointed out. He got impaled on a fucking, like, spike on a telephone pole. And then, what's his name, Gaccio?
Yeah, Gaccio, yeah. He got it through the throat, which was fucking rough.
Okay, yeah.
Then happened again in Part 6 when Pucci was just a total dick to this guy that was just being nice to him, which I always felt really bad about.
Right, yeah.
I felt so mean-spirited. He just died horribly for the sake of being slightly annoying. But yeah, then he figures out that's an attack because, you know, it's kind of a weird thing to happen twice. And, yeah, that's chapter 12.
He's, like, laying dead almost, and the phone is just like, take a U-turn, you've gone too far, take a U-turn.
Yeah, there's almost a panel where I think it's trying to trick us into thinking he died for a second, because he looks very vacant, but...
I mean, yeah, his fucking head is impaled on a spike.
Yeah.
Like, it's leading us to believe that, like... I mean, we know he's not dead, but if, you know... If this were anybody else, he'd be fucking dead.
Yeah. I guess maybe the fact that it's so small, maybe saved him there.
I don't know, yeah, he had to have done something to save himself, because otherwise,
Yeah. But
maybe he just pretended to bleed. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's like the shaving thing, you know?
Yeah, I put my blood in these bubbles, you know, to kind of pop the blade, or that'd actually be a pretty good idea to kind of fake dying. But it's just like,
I put the injury in a bubble. Get fucked. I don't know.
You say that, but something weirdly similar. Oh wait, no. I guess that doesn't really happen in part 9. All I say is there's a part where a character gets stabbed and they move the wound with their stand to like a bottle or something, which then gets cut in half. It's perfect.
Jesus Christ.
Part 9's really good. But yeah, we end there. I'm noticing that me picking 4 kind of gave us cliffhangers every single time we reach the end of an episode here, but
Yeah, it's the stopping points are all very I'd say I don't say annoying in like a pretty good way. It's just like I want to keep reading, but
yeah, it's we'll figure out a word for that eventually. But
I'm excited. I actually want to see where this is going. So
yeah, I remember this is way better than the fight we had last time. So there's that.
I don't know if anything could be worse than the fight we had last time.
I don't even know if the fight itself was bad. It was just we just had a deeply unsettling character doing it. But
Yeah, well, the fight was just kind of dumb, to be honest. Like he was saved by a random occurrence, essentially. It's like, oh, the bubble popped. I wasn't even trying to do that, but it saved my ass.
yeah, I guess stands kind of do that sometimes. There's been moments where it'll just be like
fair.
even Joseph survived because of an unconscious action. So because
That's true.
That fight with Cars, it's like he what did he do? He put the redstone of Asia out, and then like Cars like blew himself into orbit, and he was just like, "Hell yeah! I bet you didn't expect that, Cars." And then his inner monologue's like, "To be honest, I don't know why I did that."
I mean, he didn't expect it, and I didn't expect it, so I mean, it couldn't have been too bad, right?
Yeah, but if I tell him I meant to do that, it'll piss him off, so I better just do that. Which Joseph's great.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, that was God, that was a breeze compared. Like, not even that the last ones were long, but it felt like we really went through that quick.
I mean, to be fair, we were trying to for at least that first one.
Yeah, I mean, I guess yeah. There's not really a whole lot that's like a whole lot of depth to the last fight either. It's pretty basic when you get down to it.
Yeah, it really was just like, aside from just the weird interaction those two had, it was just like, I put your phone in the fridge so that the fridge light will make your shadow, go over this way.
And now you have really chilly fingers whenever you have to call somebody. Checkmate.
I made your phone blue. Go fuck yourself.
But yeah, yeah, we're nearing the end of Volume 3, I guess. So...
Right.
Maybe we should have done volumes.
Oh, yeah, that might have worked.
We'll figure something out.
Yeah.
I just kind of accidentally looked at the chapter cover for the next chapter, and I like how they're just like, let's make Yasuo look fucking cool as shit here.
Oh, yeah, what the fuck? Is it like a pirate hat? Like, what the fuck is that?
It's like a spiked pirate hat. She's got like these cool gloves on, and I'm like, can't you just wear that? Not that her look is bad or anything, but like...
Her, like, rose petal skirt is something else. Or not rose petal, it's literally just a bunch of roses.
Yeah, she's got a whole garden on her skirt.
That must have been expensive. Holy shit.
Yeah, it's kind of like, somebody pointed out, like, Aluzo's entire, outfit is, like, basically, like, quilt material. And, like, to get that outfit, you'd have to shell out, like, a couple of $1,000 just for that. Like, it's...
Right.
But yeah, that was episode 3. It turns out, I think these go faster if I read them, like a couple of hours before we start. Not that I didn't read them before, but like maybe just to just to refresh myself so I don't have to hang on every point, because I think there was a lot of that last episode, but,
Right, right.
yeah.
Well, you know, that's the thing about podcasts. Sometimes they're nicer if they're just long because sometimes you just want something to listen to.
Ain't that the truth?
It's like you don't want to be rambly, but at the same time, whenever I listen to podcasts, I'm like, I just want something playing in the background. So the longer that it keeps going, the better it is for me.
Yeah. It helps make the work shifts go by faster.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, that is, as usual, the only plug we have is, play Battle Craze.
Play Battle Craze and SawCon is happening. I don't know if the podcast will be out by that time, but
Yeah, I don't know if I might just do like a whole batch upload of all three to start with or something. I don't know. But,
right.
I guess I am gonna release, that Virtual Pro Wrestling 2 mod I've been blabbing about. A very early version of that will be, released like before Combo Breaker, so I guess look for that if you're interested.
Oh hell yeah!
But other than that, yeah, I think we're pretty much wrapped up here. So, California.
Daiya sucks.